Hi, welcome to Sunil Maths tutorial, Abstract Algebra, Group Theory classes. This is class number 26. In this class, we learn one very important, necessary and sufficient condition for a non-empty set to be a subgroup. The statement of that one is, let capital H be a non-empty complex of G. The necessary and sufficient condition for H to be a subgroup of G is A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H, where B power minus 1 is the inverse of B in capital G. I repeat the statement. H is a non-empty complex of a group G. Then H is a subgroup. The necessary and sufficient condition for capital H to be a subgroup of G is AB inverse belongs to H, where B inverse is inverse of B in capital G. One of the very important theorem for our examination also. Actually, this is known as, in the previous class we learned that one theorem that is known as the two-step test. This is known as one-step test. One-step test for subgroups. So let us analyze the statement. Capital G be a group and H be a non-empty complex of G. Capital G be a group and H be a non-empty complex of G. That is, H is a non-empty subset of G. Non-empty complex means non-empty subset of G. Our aim is to show that H is a subgroup of G implies and implied by A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H, where B inverse is inverse of B in capital G. Yes, let us observe that. First we take H is a subgroup of G. We prove this condition. And the second part, in the converse part, we assume this condition. We prove that H is a subgroup of G. The first part is very simple and easy. Let us prove the first part first. Suppose H is a subgroup of G. Suppose capital H is a subgroup of G. We know that every subgroup is itself a group. Therefore, H is itself a group. H is itself a group with respect to same binary operation in capital G. Now let us take A comma B belongs to H. A comma B belongs to H. Apply the inverse axiom. A comma B inverse also belongs to H. Because it is a group, then by using inverse axiom, B inverse belongs to H. This is nothing but inverse axiom. Apply the closure axiom. AB inverse belongs to H, which we need. Therefore, A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H. This is the first part of the theorem. Therefore, if H is a subgroup of G, then H satisfies the condition A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H. Let us take the converse part. Converse. In the converse part, we assume that suppose capital H is a non-empty subset of capital G satisfying the condition A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H. Let it be equation number 1. H is a non-empty subset of G satisfying the condition A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H. A comma B belongs to H implies AB inverse belongs to H. By using this condition, we have to prove that H is a subgroup of G. We have to prove that H is a subgroup of G. Yes, let us prove condition by one all the conditions of closure, associative, identity and inverse axioms. Let us take A comma A belongs to H. I mean B also replaced by A. Now from equation 1, A into A inverse belongs to H. In equation 1, B replaced by A. In equation 1, B replaced by A. You observe that what I can do. A comma A belongs to H implies A into A inverse belongs to H. We replace the B element with respect with A element. So A into A inverse belongs to H. We know that A into A inverse is nothing but E. E belongs to H, which is nothing but identity element exists in capital H. Observe that identity element exists in capital H. Let it be first property, which is known as identity axiom. Now using equation number 1 same, let us take instead of A write identity element E, instead of B write A. E comma A belongs to H. I repeat that A replaced by identity element, B replaced by A implies as apply the same equation number 1. E into A inverse belongs to H. What it means? A inverse belongs to H. E comma A belongs to H implies E into A inverse belongs to H, which implies A inverse belongs to H, because E into A inverse is equals to A inverse. This condition shows us every element of H has inverse. Every element of H has inverse in capital H. Every element of H has inverse in capital H. Let it be second one. Existence of identity finished. Existence of inverse also over. And we have to prove that closure and associative axioms. Let us take A comma B belongs to H. Apply the inverse axiom for B. A comma B inverse belongs to H, because every element of H has inverse. So apply the inverse axiom only for B element. A comma B inverse belongs to H. Now apply equation 1. A into B inverse whole inverse belongs to H. This is from by equation number 1. A into B inverse whole inverse belongs to H. B inverse whole inverse, what it is? B inverse whole inverse, what it is? AB belongs to H. What we prove that? A comma B belongs to H implies AB belongs to H. This condition shows us H satisfies closure axiom. H satisfies closure axiom. Now you observe that 3 axioms are finished. Closure, existence of identity, existence of inverse. And associative axiom very simple. Since H subset to G, what it means? All elements of H are elements of G. All elements of H are elements of G. Since elements of G satisfy associative axiom. Also, all elements of H are elements of G. and elements of G satisfy associative axiom. Therefore, elements of H also satisfy associative axiom. Now you observe that all the four properties of a group are verified. Identity exists, inverse exists, associative axiom exists, closure axiom exists. But we prove in different manner. First we prove that identity, and then we prove that inverse, and then we prove that closure, and then finally we prove that associative axiom. By these four axioms, closure, associative, identity and inverse, by these four axioms we conclude that H is itself a group. From these four axioms we conclude that H is itself a group. Therefore, capital H is itself a group and H is subset to G. Therefore, H is a subgroup of G. Our aim is also same. H is a subgroup of G. Hence, we conclude that H is a subgroup of G. H is a subgroup of G. Implies and implied by AB inverse belongs to H. For all A comma B belongs to H. This completes the proof. As this theorem over multiplication, you observe that A into B inverse means the operation is over, operation is multiplication. The same theorem can be stated like this under addition. If G with respect to 2 plus is a group, then H is a subgroup of G. Implies and implied by A minus B belongs to H. Whenever G is a group under addition, note this point. If G is a group under addition, then H is a subgroup of G, implies and implied by A minus B belongs to H. This is under multiplication, this is under addition. Remember that these 2 points are very, very important for not only in this semester, in the next semester, when we learn about linear algebra and ring theorem. Practice the theorem.